For this slow flow class today, if you have blocks available at home, they could come in handy and you can place those at the top of your mat. But you don't need any props in order to participate, so no worries if you don't have blocks right now. When you have what you need, let's meet lying down on the back to get started. Let's start with all our limbs up in the air, hands and feet towards the ceiling. You can make some movement with the fingers and toes. You can circle through wrists and ankles. And as we start to move and get warmed up with the body, let's also bring some awareness to the breath. How would it feel to breathe in and out of this body right now? Let's bend the knees to about 90 degrees. You can keep the hands in the air or rest them down. We'll find inverted tabletop, so do engage abdominal muscles, low back ribs pressing into the mat. To make this easier, bring the knees towards you. Or to make it harder, take the legs farther away. Only move the legs as far away as you can keep that contact between the low ribs and the mat. Let's breathe here for 5. Belly engaged, maybe the breath moves into the sides or the ribs. 4. 3. 2. 1. Draw the knees towards you, soften the belly. Some freestyle movement to reset if that feels good. Right away we're heading to tabletop. You might rock up and down the length of your spine, or you might roll to one side and press your way up. We'll meet in our all fours position. Step the right toes towards the back of the mat. Pause here. Find that belly engagement. Sometimes I imagine I have buoyancy in the lower back. My midsection lifts up away from the floor. Keep that engagement in the belly. Activate through the right thigh and right side seat muscles to lift the right toes up away from the mat. Only lift the leg as high as you can keep that buoyancy in the low back. Let's take a couple breaths here. Notice if there's some unnecessary tension in the face or neck. Right knee comes down to tabletop. Other side, left toes to the back of the mat. Find that buoyancy in the low back. Engage the belly. Engage seat muscles and left thigh to help lift the left leg away from the floor. Another breath or two here. Good. Left knee comes down to tabletop. Heading to downward facing dog. Palms are flat, fingers are spread, and shoulders are very active. Walk the feet up towards the hands, Uttanasana. Nice and slow, roll yourself all the way up to standing. And find your Tadasana. We'll move through a familiar pattern. I'd like to go a little bit slower than breath pace, focusing on stability. Reach up, use your seat muscles, little bit of a back bend, press the mat away with your feet, reach the fingers up to the ceiling, make a really long line. And then hinge at the front of the hips, knees a little bit bent, fold right in half. Soften the neck, soften the face. Find your halfway lift, long spine, maybe fingers to shins. Find that belly support and stability. Release, fold once again. Press into the feet, come all the way up to standing, reach up to the ceiling, use your seat muscles, press the mat away, reach to the sky. And relax the arms, come back to neutral, Tadasana. If you have those blocks, find them near the top of the mat. From your Uttanasana, maybe hands are on blocks, take the right foot for a really big step behind you, a very long lunge. And I'd like to find a diagonal line leaning way forward over that left thigh. So maybe you keep fingertips on blocks. Or power through the legs, activate that back leg like you're pressing the hamstring up towards the ceiling. Use those core support muscles like we practiced in our tabletop. And arms can come alongside your body. So a long diagonal line from the back of the head to the right heel. Keep pressing with both feet and both legs. Let's breathe here for 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Still very strong in the legs, a variation of pyramid. Keep your hips square towards the front of the mat. Push into the left foot and start to straighten-ish your left leg. Come up a bit higher onto the ball of your right foot. Keep that strength in the legs. Opportunity to fold forward, so hinge at the front of the hips. See if you can keep your spine relatively long. If you had blocks, you might use fingertips on blocks here. Keep pressing with both feet. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Feeling stable and strong. Good, start to bend into that left knee. We're going to take a big step up to Uttanasana, our standing forward fold. Again, if you had a block, you might place one block in front of your toes, maybe on its second setting. We'll find a couple twists. Left hand to the block or to the mat beneath your face. Bend the left knee a lot and straighten the right leg. We're twisting towards the right. Right hand could go to the right hip. Imagine stacking your right shoulder on top of the left in space. Maybe extend the right arm, right hand up to the ceiling, so a long vertical line from right hand to left. Unwinding out of that twist, over to the other side, right hand touching down, right knee very bent, left leg straight, left hand to the left hip. Stack your shoulders. Feeling steady and strong. Maybe extend the left arm. Good, unwind. Uttanasana. Set your block aside if it was there. Next time you inhale, let's find our halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale all the way up to standing, reach up to the sky. And exhale, relax the arms. Let's try that lunge on the other side. You can fold forward, maybe hands to blocks. Left foot this time takes a big step back. Activate through the legs. We're leaning way forward over that right thigh. Maybe you keep fingertips on blocks. Engage the belly like you're lifting the stomach up away from the right thigh. If you like, arms alongside your body. Find that long diagonal line, back of the head to left heel. Press actively through both feet. Legs are engaged. Let's breathe here for 5. What would happen if you smiled a little for 4? 3. 2. 1. Pyramid, straighten-ish the right leg. Press down with the toes of that right foot. Keep your hips square. Come up higher onto the ball of your back foot. Opportunity to fold towards that right leg. Keep pressing with all your toes. Keep your spine pretty long. Maybe fingers to blocks if you like. Core muscles active, belly pulling away from the right leg. Start to bend into the right knee. Big step forward for Uttanasana. Again, those couple of twists. Maybe there's a block in front of the toes. Deeply bend the left knee, straighten the right leg. Left hand beneath your face, twist towards the right. Maybe extend the right arm. Unwind, switch sides, right knee bent, right hand down, left leg straight, twisting to the left. Unwind, Uttanasana, set your block aside. Inhale to find halfway lift. Belly support. Exhale, release. Inhale, come all the way up, reach up. Exhale, arms come down. Let's keep moving. Inhale, big reach. Exhale, fold. Your halfway lift. And fold, plant the hands, step all the way back to plank. Your choice of either Chaturanga, upward dog, or cobra. We all meet in downward facing dog. Right leg goes back and up behind you. Keep the hips square so toes and kneecap of the right leg point down towards the floor. Press with both shoulders. Heading for lunge, right foot steps between the hands. You might climb up onto that right thigh. We're finding that long diagonal line. Activate the back leg, press the hamstring towards the wall behind you. You can have arms alongside your body like we did before. Or if you like, arms extended, ears between your biceps. Long diagonal line from the thumbs to your left heel, breathing for 5. Keep pressing with both feet. 4, 3, belly support. 2, 1, big step forward to Utkatasana, chair pose near the top of the mat. 5. Belly pulls away from the thighs. 4. Either arm variation can still be fine here. 3. Maybe sink a little lower. 2. 1. Next time you exhale, hinge forward and release. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Inhale all the way up, reach to the sky. Exhale, release. Other side, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold in half. Moving through that sun salutation pattern, your halfway lift. And fold, hands touch down, step back to plank. Your chosen vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. Left heel goes back and up in your 3-legged dog. Keep the hips square, press with both hands. Keep that buoyancy in the low back. For lunge, left foot between the hands. Climb up onto the left thigh. And find that long diagonal line. Activate the legs. Belly pulls away from the left thigh. Your choice, either arms alongside your body or arms extended. For 5, press with both feet. 4, what would happen if you smiled? 3, steady and strong here. 2, 1, Utkatasana at the top of the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fold forward to release. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, look up. And exhale, release. Stand tall for a moment. Our single-legged stance, Ekapada Tadasana, will balance on the left foot and lift the right knee towards the chest. Hinge forward and kick the right foot behind you, Warrior 3 with arms alongside your body. Steady and strong. Start to reach the toes of the right foot back behind you, bend the left knee. When the right toes touch down, open the right hip straight away for Warrior 2. Keep your Warrior 2 legs, cross right arm on top of left, make a big X. Heading for eagle arms, you can have hands on opposite shoulders, forearms together, or super pretzel arms. Aim your elbows towards that top right corner of the mat. When you inhale, let's lift the elbows an inch. And exhale, lower them. No matter your arm variation, you can inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Once more. Keeping your warrior legs, we'll find a humble eagle. Dive your upper body to the inside of your left leg. Keep pressing the mat away with that left foot. And we come back up and go back the way we came. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Almost done on this left leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. How about one more? Lift. And lower. Unwind back into your Warrior 2. From here to Warrior 3 with arms alongside your body. So lift the right heel, turn your chest to face down towards the floor, press off the back toes, find a horizontal line, Warrior 3. And can you tip upright from here? Right knee comes with you for Ekapada Tadasana. Right foot touches down. Lift the left knee. Warrior 3. Kick that left foot behind you. Chest and belly button facing the mat. Press the earth away with that right foot. Start to reach the toes of the left foot back, and as soon as they touch down, open up for Warrior 2. Keep that right knee very bent. Eagle arms, left elbow on top of right. Your 3 options, hands to shoulders, forearms together, or pretzel arms. 3 times we inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Humble eagle, dive on the inside of that right leg, press the mat away. And we go back the way we came. Find your Warrior 2 with eagle arms, 3 times with the breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lift. Lower. Last one. Unravel for Warrior 2. From here to Warrior 3, lift the back heel, pivot so that your chest faces the floor, all your toes turn forward, press off the back foot, and find that strong horizontal line. Start to tip yourself upright, bring the left knee up straight away, and set the left foot down. Tadasana, stand here strong and tall. Ekapada Tadasana, right knee lifted. Find a brief Warrior 3 on your way to a high lunge. And in high lunge, we'll find eagle arms, right arm on top. Maybe lift the elbows and keep them lifted. Press with both feet. Good. Lift the back heel higher. We'll start to tip forward into Warrior 3 with eagle arms. Here we go to Garudasana. Tip yourself upright. Bring your right knee with you. Cross the right leg on top of the left. Either stay tall or sink down into your standing leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up tall, bring the right knee with you. Untangle your arms and step wide out to the right. Find your 5-pointed star. Take up lots of space, lift the chin. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Keep your wide stance. Exhale, fold forward. Take a couple breaths here in a sort of wide-legged Uttanasana. Step your right foot back onto the mat. Find your regular Uttanasana. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, relax the arms. You know, we get to do that fun stuff on the other side. Balance on the right foot. Left knee to chest. Lean forward, brief Warrior 3 on your way to a high lunge. Find your eagle arms, right elbow on top. Did we have right elbow on top last time? Find your opposite arm on top this time. Press down with both feet. Lift the elbows a little. Start to lean forward. Come up high on the ball of the back foot. We'll find Warrior 3 with eagle arms. Keep your arms. Start to tip yourself upright. Lift your left knee high. Cross the left leg over the right. Garudasana, eagle pose. Either stay tall or sink into the right leg for 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Press the earth away, lift the left knee, untangle your limbs, step out wide to the left, take up lots of space, lift the chin. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, fold forward with your wide stance. Soften through the neck and shoulders. Maybe shake your head no gently. Step your left foot to the midline. Come back to your Uttanasana. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, reach up, palms together overhead. Exhale, hands down in front of the chest. Soften the shoulders. Inhale, big reach. Exhale, fold in half. Your halfway lift. And fold. This time hands touch down, step one knee back at a time. You're heading for wide-legged child's pose. Toes together, knees wide, hips to heels. Let your forehead rest down on something, whether that's a block, some stacked hands, or the mat. Take a moment here. If you're in extended child's pose, fingers reaching to the top of the mat, it might be available to bend the elbows, forehead touching down, and palms together behind the head. You could watch a couple more cycles of breath go by. If elbows are bent, extend the arms, hands touch down, and start to walk your hands in. We're going to roll over onto the back. Draw both knees to chest, feet and ankles soft. You might rock and roll around a little. And let's find Supta Baddha Konasana. Feet touch down, soles of the feet together at the midline, knees open wide. If you had blocks, it might feel good to place blocks as some support beneath the outer thighs. Spread the arms wide, palms up towards the sky. Let the shoulders soften down towards the mat behind you. Invitation to count down 10 cycles of breath. If you have some more time for your final rest, you're welcome to stay as you are or move into an even more comfortable position. If you're ready to move on with your day, do take your time to exit that final pose. Maybe find some intuitive movement and eventually make your way up to a seat. Thanks very much for joining me for practice today.